now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. Denico Autry is in on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Titan football
at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
On 3rd down, it's Henry, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great move again. Stephon Diggs, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A punt return of 65 yards, and the Bills have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there, 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Ball carrier.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Six 0 our score after 1.
With the score, Bills 6, Titans 0.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Tannehill flush to his right. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
McCann's kick up and good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now it's Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On 2nd down, here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Bills 13, Titans 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Check.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Play brings up 3rd down and 5.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early, and that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defense.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 46. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is Breida on the draw, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 1 yard.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
At the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Cole Beasley. It's 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this from 39.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come out in the pistol. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, they'll set up a screen for Breida. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
It's second down.
Throwing on second and long. Allen, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at it, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Bills 31, Titans 3.
Wow.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
There's no way Dame should have clamps over Ja Morant.
Taken in the end zone. And no return here for Evans.
Man, this some shit.
Bring this out to the 25.
This is some shit. Some shit. Ain't shit working. My line is not blocking.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Oh,
and this
shit.
Is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really
You haven't had a team.
Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Damn.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Can't get nothing going.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Tannehill on 3rd down.
Goddamn, something already.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Game be over. Jesus.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Bucket. Oh.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry.
Oh, it's right there. Somebody is not doing their job. I can't pinpoint it.
Defensively, you said coming in
Every fucking run
was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
Leading here in the fourth. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Wasn't even in the paint.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to...
Bitch! Fuck this game! Fuck this game, bro.
You might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays
And this nigga moves when he's wide open.
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
But he dunks on LeBron. What kind of sense does that doesn't make fucking sense?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
Caleb Farley is trying you every fucking time.
2nd down. 4th quarter,
You make a fucking play, you motherfucker.
Still taking shots like
Shit.
that downfield.
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
There's a ball thrown right side incomplete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I can't get a
It's a
fucking
pickup
stop.
of 17 and a first down.
1st down, Bills.
I can't get a pick. You give this man everything.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Jeffrey
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its face.
Back to the
I
lab,
know it
King.
sounds crazy, but they practiced for this.
Somebody on that line.
Camp. They knew they'd be in situations.
It's not fucking blocking.
There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
complete.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I
And Caleb Farley, what the fuck is going on with you, son?
Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers.
He
That's all they care
is
about
picking
right
on
now.
you. That nigga is picking on you.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Give me that, Caleb Farley. What the fuck? Where's that big hole game, Caleb? God damn it.
They still have a lot
Shit.
of work to do.
And they don't want to focus on that now.
I'm tired of this shit. King Henry, you wake up too. It was in.
Yeah, still a
Bam.
three-score game, though. Fourth
God
quarter.
damn it. King Henry, wake the fuck
Tennessee
up.
offense about set and ready to go.
Shit.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
He was taken
I
down.
think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to
Got a
turn the
feeling.
page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
At all.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
First and 10.
This is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead.
Yeah.
No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being
Don't be scared now. You throw that shit up
from the
too.
38 on second and 10.
You throw that shit up too.
Throwing again, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Rolling to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
6-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
A toss left, Henry. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
If he stopped him, I thought he stopped him.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Mike 46. Mike.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So Allen's going to look to throw. Pass the Stephon Diggs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
We get a foul. And Bond just go down the court and get a little touch foul. Oh, wow. Well, the ball just went through KD's arm.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Micah Hyde on the coverage.
Nigga, you couldn't hit it. I never picked up that.
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They had to give me that back, because Dane don't hit those. Dane doesn't hit those.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
I don't like
now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
That's not bad. Look at.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Oh,
coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
I did the same thing earlier, and this shit goes to
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.